What it is, what it do, man. I want to give a special shout out to each and every one of you. Hold on. I don't think they heard me. So for my old family and my brand new friends, I want to say thank you for tapping in and allowing me to be your number one source for sneaker news, streetwear news, and any other kind of content in between, man. I'd like to welcome you all to the Tuesday night Soul Source. Woo! Man, I took last week off. I had to enjoy my snow day. So that's what it was. But I did show up on Retrovision Friday night. We had a bit of a conversation there. It was an extremely good time. Some of the things that I'm going to talk about in tonight's live are more than likely have been mentioned in the Retrovision. Maybe a few things, not everything, but a few things. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to y'all. I see y'all, man. Thank you for coming through. But what do we have to talk about tonight? The Black Cats are sitting. But for my more sensitive individuals who don't like the word sitting, let's say they are readily available.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you that.
So, yes, the Black Cat 3s are currently available. And let me go ahead and let's take a look at that. What did you all really think about the Black Cat 3s? Because let me go ahead. Let me show them on the screen real quick. Let me make sure I ain't showing the wrong thing. There we go. Right here. Then make sure y'all can get a really good look at these. So shout out to my boy Average. These photos come from your average sneaker guy. Now, as of right now, I will say for the most part, a lot of online stock shows just kid sizes, grade school sizes, and toddler sizes. They're sitting readily available in those sizes, but they're not showing adult sizes. Earlier throughout the day, it might have been yesterday, they showed a restock for the adult sizes. And we all, man, come on now. We all know that it's not a restock, but that it is what Nike could not sell. So they kind of put it on the back burner. And they're going to be waiting a little bit longer. Also, the Black Cement 3s are still sitting. And they've got the entire full-size run sitting on sites like Foot Locker, JD Sports, Dick's Sporting Goods, any site, you name it, they got it. And of course, we all know why the Black Cement 3s are sitting. We don't have to keep talking about that. We don't have to keep beating a dead horse. And another one that's still sitting is the Legend Blues. They are not the Columbias. They are the Legend Blues. Let's get that right. And if you don't know and you want to try to correct me, just watch the video I dropped last week about the difference between the Legend Blues and the Columbias. There is a difference. It might not be a visual difference to a lot of people, but there is a visual difference and there is a time difference and an informational difference. So go ahead and watch that video. But those are sitting as well. And we wonder why in 2025, Nike is supposedly going to be limiting the stock of Nikes, whether it be runners, Nike Dunks, Nike SBs, and Jordan brand related sneakers. We wonder why they're going to limit the number, because sitting or readily available is not good for their numbers. And let's be honest, their numbers are the only numbers that they care about. But via your average sneaker guy, and the average don't stand for average, we have a look at, some of these Black Cat 3s sitting in the store. And check these out. Now, for me, I got my thoughts and opinions about the Black Cat 3s. But again, I want to know your thoughts and opinions from all across platforms. Speaking of all across platforms, we are currently streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and we're trying to get onto Facebook. I'm still trying to get enough of the followers to Facebook, and it's not so easy. I guess it is what it is. We're streaming to Instagram, and we are now streaming over on Spotify. So on Spotify, we are Soul Source. It's not Homegrown Kicks. It's Soul Source over on Spotify. So tune in over there as well. It's a good conversation to ride to if you don't want to look at the video format. But if you want to look at the video format, you don't have to bounce back and forth between Spotify and YouTube. Spotify has it where you can view the lives as well. And I did take advantage of that. So I do have it where you can view and listen to it in the car if you want to. But I appreciate all the support from everybody over there. But look at these Black Cat 3s. Okay. Again, how do you all feel about them? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there it is. And let's look at this side profile. This side profile, I hate it. Let's just put it let's just put it out there. I absolutely hate. Well, hate is a strong word. Now make sure you add the caption. So the average, okay. I'll add the caption because I'm gonna talk about that. That's part of the point as to why I don't like these, but we'll talk about the caption that you have as well. So I dislike everything about this shoe. I dislike the laces. I dislike the shiny midsole paint, that shiny black midsole paint. I dislike that extra shiny patent leather. Now the nubuck upper is okay, because they did that same kind of upper on those pine green Jordan 3s, and I didn't have a problem with them. But they do collect lint. As you can see, these things are linty and collecting dust tans already, and these just dropped. I don't like the shiny lace eyelets at the top. Nobody laces they laces to the top, or if you do, hey, that's you. But I have yet to see anybody that laces their 3s all the way to the top. And not to mention, there are a lot of other things that are missing or inaccurate about this this Black Cat 3. One of those things being the back tab. On the original pair of Black Cat 3s, it said Black Cat on the back tab. It does not have that on the back tab of these. That is missing. On the original pair, the patent leather was not as shiny as it is on these. So this is over glossed. Now, of course, they tried to go with the true to form Jordan 3 build, but it just doesn't help this shoe. Now, the caption says, y'all know these is trash. Stop the cap. Y'all will hype anything. Nobody wanted Black Cats until the fakes on TikTok made them famous. Now everybody, all of a sudden, want Black Cat everything. And I think he mean the Black Cat 4s. But he might mean the fakes as well, because a lot of times influencers will try and make things better than what they are. I mean, they're salesmen and saleswomen just like everybody. Oh, look how crooked that toe is. That's crazy. But they're salespeople just like everybody else, and they're partnered with these brands, and their job is to sell, so that these brands can get rid of their pairs, or so that these resale shops can get rid of their pairs. Their job is to sell. Another thing is, a lot of people said that these were supposed to be limited. The rumor that went out before these dropped that these were limited, also to try to push the narrative to make people want these. Even with the thought process that these were supposed to be limited, I didn't care. The thing that I feel, or that I ain't even gonna say I feel, it's not even a feeling, it's something that I know. The thing that drove these Black Cat 3s to make as many people want them as did and buy them was those Black Cat 4s. Because when the Black Cat 4s dropped, nobody cared. Nobody cared. They went on sale twice. Then they went to the outlets and went on sale for the third time. I think the Black Cat 4s almost dropped down to a $50 price tag before they were no longer seen. And then all of a sudden, StockX raises the value of the Black Cat 4s because we all know places like StockX and GOAT and things like that, they secretly control the market. Well, they used to secretly control the market, but with me saying this, if you pay attention to what I'm saying, now you know they secretly control the market and they make us feel as if something is worth more than what it actually is on the secondary market. But they were trying to basically get rid of all of their pairs and nobody wants to take a loss. So they went and shot the value up of the Black Cat 4s to thousands of dollars. And now you can't get a Black Cat 4 for less than $900, probably more than that. But supposedly the Black Cat 4s are supposed to be dropping this year. So, hey, good luck. I feel bad. Okay. I feel bad. And no, I don't. For everybody that paid more than $300, $400 for a pair of Black Cat 4s, for everybody that spent that $1,000 for a pair of Black Cat 4s and then got on social media trying to prove something to somebody that at the end of the day doesn't really care, because you got a pair of Black Cat 4s. I wasn't hype on the Black Cat 4s then, and I didn't get hype on the Black Cat 4s when they jumped up to $1,000. If anything, it made me dislike the Black Cat 4s even more. But because of everything that happened with the Black Cat 4s, I believe, or I know that it drove people to buy this shoe right here. Because, I mean, now that's not taken away from people who actually like the shoe. Because if you actually like the shoe, then I'm not talking to you. But people that didn't really like the shoe or that were on the fence about getting the shoe or passing on the shoe, that went and bought that shoe because deep down, you know, you had fear of missing out and didn't want this shoe to hit the secondary market for $500 plus, and you miss out. Some of y'all even doubled up on this shoe. This is not a double up shoe. I'm sorry. I don't care how you try to push it to me by any stretch of the imagination. This is not a double up shoe. Now, personal opinion, be damned. It is what it is. Hey, y'all like it as a double up shoe, then that's y'all. But in my opinion, this is not a double up shoe, bro. Average said, yeah, nah, make sure you add the caption. Phone 509, man. Salutes to you, family, man. Glad to see you. He said, salutes to y'all, man. Average said, nah, when the fake rep Black Cat 4s started popping off on TikTok is when everybody all of a sudden wanted Black Cat 4s. There you go. There you go. Retro, man. Salutes to you, fam, man. What's going on? You right. Nobody wanted Black Cats when they first came out. Nobody. No, and even when the Black Cat 3s first dropped, nobody really wanted the Black Cat 3s, the original pair of Black Cat 3s either. So this whole little resellers manipulating the market and StockX manipulating the market and GOAT manipulating the market, I'm glad that, that's over with. And hopefully, even though I know a lot of pairs aren't going to be as plentiful as they've been in the past, and of course it's just going to be honest with you, it's going to be the same thing as far as the usual suspects. It's going to be the same amount of pairs as far as the usual suspects, but when it comes to the GRs, it's going to be less GRs than it was before. So take that with a grain of salt, take it how you will, but hopefully 2025, people will start to realize what I realized in 2023. Number one, you don't have to have every single shoe that drops. These shoes are no longer going for crazy resale prices right off the bat. So if you don't get it, and that's with a caveat, of course, that's, with the subtle differences, but if you don't get it right away, you don't have to panic. even if it's one that you really want, you don't have to really panic because it's going to be available. As you see right here, this was supposed to be limited. A lot of people were saying that they wanted it. As you can see right here, somebody got them in hand. And this is recent. This is not like day one. This is recent. So y'all just take it, y'all just take it easy. Just be calm and just sit back. Don't go blowing your light bill money on a pair of shoes because you work that on the secondary market, it's gonna shoot up to $1,000. Just relax, be easy. It's gonna be okay. Now over the weekend, or probably like a little bit before the weekend, Nigel Sylvester, he did kind of like a, let me go ahead and find it before I get to yapping about it. Okay. Nigel Sylvester, he did kind of like, what's good, G-Face, man? What's good, man? Glad to see you, brother, man. How you been? How was your week? But we got leaks of the Nigel Sylvester Bike Air. And this was one of those shoes that I was not high on. Like, I did not really care about this shoe. I was not a fan of it. I think when I reviewed some of the drops for this year, it had to have been like either the week before Christmas or the week of Christmas. It had to be the Tuesday before Christmas or either New Year's Eve. Where I went over the House of Heat list, the drop list for 2025, and the Nigel Sylvester Bike Air was on that list. And I believe I said I did not like it. I believe I said I did not like it. I even trashed the shoe. Now, I was a little bit misinformed and I didn't really pay much attention to it. The only thing I saw was the color. I don't know if the color was a mock-up or what, but it just did not look visually appealing to me. But with leaks of the Nigel Sylvester Bike Air, Nigel Sylvester, I guess from what they say, decided to take matters back into his own hands. He did a leak of the heel tab of this Jordan 4 heel tab, and it said Bike Air on the back. No big deal. That's nothing special. Big whoop. Okay. But the way he brought control back into his hands and took it away from the leakers is he did a little setup like this right here. He rented out a truck, a flatbed, and he put this brick, this big old brick with advertising all around it, because the theme behind this up and coming release is brick by brick. So it kind of makes sense. Now, over the snow holiday that we had, it snowed for me. It might not have snowed for everybody else, but we were stuck in Friday. Nigel rode through the streets, but before he did that, if a lot of people paid attention, there was a number on the side of this truck. And if you call the number, there was a voice message that dropped. Now, Nigel also put in his story to call the number. And I'm gonna play the number for y'all real quick, because Retro actually put me on to this. Retro called me that Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon and put me on to this. And because I'm gonna be honest again, I hadn't paid attention to it because, you know, I saw the House of Heat mock-up and I'm just like, all right, whatever, cool. It is what it is. But this is what you got when you call.
Yeah, this is Nigel and Jordan Brand. We can't get to the phone right now. If you're calling about Brick by Brick, yeah, we got something really special on the way. More information next week. Stay tuned. Peace.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Now, at the time, before I got the information, apparently, instead of saying the voicemail box was full, apparently the voicemail box said, "Would you like a call back? And would you like to leave a voice message?" So the correct order in which you were supposed to do that is say you want to call back, wait for your number to be repeated back to you. Once they repeated your number back to you, you knew that your number was in the system, and then you leave a voice message, whatever kind of voice message you want to leave that made you think that you were going to be selected for whatever was going on with this voicemail call. Now, in my opinion, I think it is the ability to have early access to the shoes. Now, that has not been confirmed or proven with 100% certainty, but why else would you do that? Why else would you do that? And then why else would you cut the voicemail off? Why would you not be able to continuously leave voicemail messages? So, last week he said in that message that they had some further information for this week. Now, this week is here. I haven't seen anything else because I've been paying attention to the to Nigel Sylvester, and I've been paying attention to the media outlets, but nothing has popped up yet. The actual release date, I think it's not until a little bit later on down the line. When is the actual release date? Let me catch that real quick. I think like in March or something like that. It's like we got a long way to go before the actual release date of the Bike Air 4s. Let me see. Because I'm looking at the calendar. I thought it was March. I don't see it currently, but if we run across it, then we'll talk. We'll see. But yeah, that was that. And then, like I said, I was misinformed about what's going on. That was the number. You can't really see it, but it's 929-699-6674. So if you want to call that number, if you don't believe me, go ahead and call it. But yeah. And then they showed, of course, the early looks of the Nigel Sylvester Bike Air, which is not a usual typical Bike Air. It's an actual Jordan 4. Now, see, I was thinking that it was the RM, but it's not the RM. It's an actual Jordan 4. That's a little bit better in my opinion, but I still kind of feel the same way I feel about the colorway. So that was what went down last week. A little bit what I felt was kind of exciting, something to really mention. Now, this week, before I get into what's going on this week. So I was on Retro's channel. We talked about sports. For all my sports fans, here's a little bit of something. Here's a little bit of something. For all my sports fans, we all know that the NFL playoffs is rolling around. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, homegirl_kicks, or if you follow Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks, go ahead and do that. Like I said, they talk about sports on the Retro Vision podcast. I gave out my predictions for the winners and losers of the weekend, and I'm 4 for 4. All the teams I picked put belt to ass. The first team that we were talking about was the Chargers and the Texans. I was the only one that said the Texans was going to make it as long as CJ Stroud, whatever his name is, as long as Stroud, the quarterback, played a really good game. I didn't watch the game, but I was told that the Texans had injuries, and I was told that the Chargers defense was really good. But apparently, they wasn't good enough to overcome the Texans' injuries because the Texans won and put belt to ass. So shout out to the Houston Texans for the HG Belt to Ass Award. Another game that was slated was the Green Bay Packers against the Philadelphia Eagles. I already knew what was up. I already knew that Jalen Hurts had something to prove after the last, season or two. I already knew Philly as a whole had something to prove. And because they got all them Georgia boys. They got all them big-time Georgia boys, and they pulled all them Georgia players from free agency and the draft and all of that to prove a point. Philadelphia is the Philadelphia Bulldogs at this point. Jordan Love, I knew Jordan Love was injured. And I just felt that Green Bay, even though they were playing well this year, I just don't think, or I knew that they weren't going to be well off for the playoffs. And like I predicted, Philly put belt to ass. So shout out to Philly for the HG Belt to Ass Award. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Who else was it? I know it was Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Oh, I ain't even got to explain why I thought Baltimore was going to win that one. But shout out to Baltimore for putting that belt to ass. So shout out to the Baltimore Ravens. And congratulations on the HG Official Belt to Ass Award, because y'all definitely put belt to ass. And then the last game of the night, I think, was the Washington Commanders against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or that might have been Sunday or whatever it was. And a lot of people told me that Jaden Daniels wasn't enough to get it done, and that Baker Mayfield was on a hot streak. Let me tell y'all something about Baker Mayfield. And yeah, I might be from Atlanta, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might be a division rival, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not hated by Atlanta fans nearly as much as the New Orleans Saints. So this might be coming from a place, a little bit of place of salt, but this ain't coming from hate. Baker Mayfield definitely is a great quarterback. But the one thing about Baker Mayfield gonna give you one. Baker Mayfield is gonna give you one. It's just about the fact that are you able to take advantage of it? Atlanta beat Tampa Bay twice, and Atlanta is not a good team. Atlanta beat Tampa Bay twice, and it was because of Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield gave that game up twice. So I watched Atlanta play the Washington Commanders, and they played the Washington Commanders close. But it's something about Jaden Daniels. And if Atlanta beat Tampa Bay twice, I don't care what kind of damn run Tampa Bay went on, because Tampa Bay didn't play any good teams toward the back half of their season. I don't care what kind of run Tampa Bay went on towards the back half of their season. I knew Baker was going to give up one, and I knew Tampa Bay defensively was not good enough to stop the Washington Commanders from what I saw when they played against Atlanta. So, shout out to Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. Yeah, I'm saying that because Jaden Daniels is the leader of the group. He is the David Ruffin. Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis. They here to see Jaden Daniels. So, shout out to Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders for winning the official HG Belt to Ass Award, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all did y'all thing. Now they're going up against the Detroit Lions. So, man, I don't know. Like, the part of me that wants to see Jaden Daniels be a rookie and win a Super Bowl says that he is going to beat the Lions, but a common sense part of me is like, nah. The Lions been resting. They've been sitting in the cut like Retro Rich say, peroxide, waiting and healing. And they ready to put belt to ass to anybody that come their way. That includes Patty Mahomes. But yeah, shout out to Jaden Daniels for making it this far. If this is where he stops, hey, it is what it is, man. He you did your thing, rookie. You did your thing. But as far as up and coming games, I'm not gonna talk about it here. I would love to talk about it, but that is not really my avenue. If y'all want to talk about sports, man, maybe we'll talk about it at the end of the live. Put it in the comments if you want to talk about that. But I leave that for the most part to Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks over there Friday nights. He also does Monday nights as well. So go ahead and check that out. But yes, shout out to everybody who put belt to ass over the weekend and made me look like the NFL Nostradamus, man. Because I think when it came to my choices, I split like I split twice. And I got the one with the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills against whoever they played. They put belt to ass too. So shout out to the Bills for putting belt to ass as well. A lot of people didn't think that was gonna go down, but it did. It did, and it did in the worst fashion. But I mean, we all kind of do that though. We kind of do that. Check the resume. So let me talk to y'all about something that happened. I think it was last night or the day before. I might have been late, man. I'm usually late to the party. But let's talk about Kanye. Because Kanye has silently been working his way back into the sneaker game. And No Hype 85, man, salutes to you, fam. Salutes to you. No Hype said, man, just got off, pumped to catch the live, man. I'm pumped for you being here, man. No Diddy, I'm glad that you're here. And I'm glad that you are off of work. Hopefully, you've let go of the stresses of work and you about to get to the crib, relax, get you something to eat, and enjoy some Soul Source with the family, man. Let's get into it. I'm gonna tell y'all, Drake needs to take a page out of Kanye's book. Well, he's taking the wrong pages out of Kanye's book because right now Drake is losing it. But Drake needs to take a page out of Kanye's book and just go quiet. Stop doing all the shit you doing. I'm a Drake fan. I'm not a Drake stan. I didn't even know what stans was a thing. I don't even know what that means. But I'm not a Drake fan to the point where I'm delusional to like the crazy shit, the weird shit, the bullshit. Like everything he's done up until this point is weird. And he just needs to be quiet. He just needs to stop. Go away for a couple of months and then just come back and just like rebuild his fan base to the new ones. And then the people that he has are going to come back as well, because even the people that still rock with him, he's losing them. So follow Kanye, because Kanye disappeared for a while. It's been a while since we've heard from Kanye, man. We saw a post last year in 2024 around October, November, where we saw Kanye in Japan and he was calm and cool and collected, and he wasn't blowing up. And speaking of Japan plays a big role in what we're going to talk about. But he had seemed to have calmed down and was okay. And he's quietly coming back. And it says Kanye sold over $2 million in 24 hours. Now, that's not the numbers of a man where the world hated him for a good long time. And I get this is Kanye in his Instagram stories posting what he made in less than 24 hours. $2,339,096 in 24 hours, 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Monday, January 13th, Yeezy sales. So in case you didn't know or in case you forgot, Yeezy is no longer with Adidas. That's over, done with, dead. We're not going to beat that horse. We're not going to talk about what happened. If you don't know what happened, you better go back and watch the lives or just type in what happened to Kanye and Adidas. If you've been under a rock for an entire year, I feel like a year and a half. But Yeezy Supply is still a thing. His website, his own website is still a thing. Now, we can't dispute this because we can't dispute it, and we can't necessarily 100% agree with it or believe it because it is not empirical proof. It is not like sales numbers. We have to go off of his word because this is something that he typed up on a IG story. But in accordance to him, he sold $2 million worth of merchandise in less than 24 hours. Now, y'all might be wondering, like, what the hell could Kanye possibly be selling of interest that people would actually want or that would merit him talking about his sales? Okay, I'm finna show you. Let's get into it. Kanye West just dropped a new shoe. New shoe being new slipper, new house shoe. It's not a slide, it's a slipper. And look, check this out. This simplistic, basic design that is modeled off of slippers that you would see in Japan, which is why I mentioned him being in Japan and seemingly being calmed down and back to old Ye and all of that stuff. Japan plays a big role and an influence in what he does. The Yeezy slides, how people would complain about the fit of the Yeezy slides and how people would say that they don't fit properly and things like that. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you before I, get back into these joints right here. I'm going to tell you real quick. Yeezy slides, your feet are not supposed to fully fit inside of Yeezy slides. In the Japanese culture, their feet hang off the back of their slides. It's what it's supposed to be. That's what Yeezy slides were intended to be. They weren't intended for your whole foot to go in it, but we're thinking in the American mindset and not thinking in the mindset of Kanye, but who can really? That's why everybody had trouble trying to size Yeezy slides. Now, that doesn't mean that you're supposed to be half foot in, half foot out. No, it's just supposed to be the heel of your foot. That's why it had that bubble on the back. And I got a pair of Yeezy slides. I don't know where they at, man. I got like 2-3 pairs of Yeezy slides. I don't know what they at. Because if I did know what they were, I could show you exactly what I'm talking about. But a lot of his shoe designs were modeled after the Japanese style. The clothing is also modeled after Japanese culture. It is not modeled after, homeless wear or anything like that. It is not like the oversized fit. It's modeled after Japanese clothing. So if you didn't know, now you know. If you're not tapped into Soul Source, man, you'll never know. I feel bad for you, but hey, share the lives so that everybody can be tapped in, be in the know, and understand a little bit better. But he dropped these slides in an all-black colorway. The Yeezy socks, they're no longer on the website. These are currently occupying the website. And y'all let me know what y'all think of these. You all let me know what you think about these Yeezy slides. No, not slides, but what did I call them? Yeezy, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Slippers. Yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think about these Yeezy slippers. And then I'm going to tell y'all what I think about these joints. shout out to my Red Cup family. I forgot to put another one in there. I forgot to double it up to keep make sure my drink stay cool. But shout out to the Red Cup boys. Shout out to the Double Cup Red Cup fellas and ladies. Can't forget the ladies, man. That's so disrespectful. Never forget the ladies. But shout out to the whole Red Cup, Double Cup, Red Cup family, HG family, man. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all every step of the way that you all have supported me. But let me go ahead and bring them back up. So, for my people on Spotify that are listening and not watching, basically what this is your basic all black slipper, slide-in slipper. It's got a standard wide opening for the foot. Just think of, I don't know how many of you all have seen the Fast and the Furious 3, I think it is, where the boy got into some trouble, got sent to Japan with his father, and he had his first day of school, and he had his shoes on, and the teacher kicked him out of the classroom because she was looking at his feet. He had his tennis shoes on. The teacher said, "Wabaki, wabaki, wabaki," and he went back to the cubby hole, picked up them slippers, and he was like, "Wabaki." So it's as simple as the design as that, and it's got black horizontal grooves on the bottom, and I always sometimes I get mixed up with horizontal and vertical, but it's got black horizontal grooves on the bottom of them, almost something like you would see. These remind me of, for lack of a better term, what you would see ninjas wear. The little shoes that ninjas would wear without the split that separates the big toe from the rest of the foot. That's what they look like as well, with the horizontal grooves on the bottom. And it's just all black. There's nothing special to it other than that. If I said I hated them, I'd be lying to you, because there's nothing to really hate about them. If I told you they were a must cop, or they were fire, or they were a had to have, I'd be lying to you, because they aren't. Are they interesting? No, not really. What makes them interesting is the sole premise of Kanye. Kanye is the only thing that makes this interesting, because if anybody else or any other company dropped something like this, we'd just be looking at it like, whatever. It is what it is. But this just goes to show you the genius of Kanye. And if I told you that I did not buy a pair, I would also be lying to you. I did go to you when I saw the notification on my X account, formerly known as Twitter. I was like, yo, another simple, basic, genius idea from Kanye. And I literally sat in the bed at like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, contemplating whether I wanted to buy these or not. And I went ahead and bought them. They're only $20. They're only $20 for these shoes. Who doesn't have $20 to spare? I mean, a lot of y'all go to the strip club and spend $20 on the booty glitter wings. Waste your money on the booty glitter wings. Y'all throw more than $20 at the ladies. So you can't tell me that you don't have $20 to spare on something from Yeezy Supply. That is, it's going to be a topic of conversation. I guarantee you, just like if you wore those Yeezy socks out in public, and I do have a pair of those Yeezy socks too, but I guarantee you, if you wore these out in public, people are going to look, people are going to ask, and people are going to want to know what the deal is about it. It's just the only thing that really matters is, do you like them and your comfort level? Again, don't let anybody tell you what to and what not to wear, because it's your money. But Retro Rick and Maddie's Kick said, man, if he sell those shoes for 20, he's a genius. There's no reason to bootleg those. He's gonna kill the bootleg market. Absolutely. And that's what I was saying. This dude is a genius selling these for $20. Now, at first, he did the same thing with the socks, but at first people were paying $120 for them socks. And he was generous enough. After he dropped them down to $20, he was generous enough to refund a lot of people their money. He was generous enough to refund a lot of people $100. But I mean, that just goes to show you how smart he is. Even then, people are willing to pay $120 for a sock with two pads on the bottom. Now they're comfortable. I ain't gonna cap. They're comfortable, but the sizing was the biggest problem. The sizing for a lot of people, like not a lot of people understood that 1, 2, 3, and I think it went all the way up to like a 4, maybe a 5. Not a lot of people understood that. And even with the explanation on the Yeezy Supply website, it still didn't help a lot of people. But for me, it worked. I did the 2. The 2 was for like a 9.5 and up, so it worked for me. So I ain't tripping. Retro Rick said the Foot Clan. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, the Foot Clan. Fiction, man. Salute to you, Fiction, man. Thank you for tapping in. He said for the dub, these are a must cop. So Fiction said from his perspective, these are a must cop. And I like I said, I don't blame you. If the intrigue got you, we don't blame you for wanting to get these joints. Now the sizing for these might be a little bit confusing because it was a little bit confusing for me because it started at like 2, but then it went up to like 10, 11, 12, and it skipped like certain numbers in between. And let me see. Maybe it might still be up on Yeezy Supply. Let me see. YZY-supply.com, but I don't think it still is up there. Let me go to Google. But yeah, a lot of the sizes were confusing. I went to the sizing chart, the question mark or whatever. I clicked on it for a size 10. When I clicked on the size 10 for the second option, it listed a size 10 as a 44.5, which is a European size 10. So I'm guessing that the sizes run regular. I'm guessing a 2 is a 2, a 4 is a 4, a 5 is a 5, a 9 is a 9, a 10 is a 10, a 12 is a 12. So I'm guessing it just works that way. That might be the only problem with Kanye's releases. And I think when you made this purchase, I think it comes with the album. I think it comes with the album. Hold on, let me go to the website. Let me pull up the website for y'all. Let me stop the screen. Share the screen. I got a little bit ahead of myself. I forgot to share the screen with y'all when it comes to this. My bad. So there's music right here. I don't know what the name, what DG01 he's got it labeled as. But I think when you purchase this, it's coming with one of these because my order showed that I purchased an album as well. So I don't know what that's about. But here is the clothes that come with it. The same like big look. Socks. I don't know the difference between this pair of socks and this pair of socks. I can click on it. It doesn't have anything on it. It's a plain black pair of socks. Let me see how much he want for these plain black pair of socks. $20 for a pair of socks. So the slides are the same price as the doggone socks. Got pants, shorts, hoodies, nylon jackets, shirts, and this one has symbols on it. I ain't buy this because I ain't buying nothing with symbols, and I don't know what the hell they mean, especially from Kanye. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That might mean something, and I walk around with them slippers on, or whatever you want to call them, and them socks out, because I'm just trying to be matchy and brand for brand, and the hoodies have Bully on it. I think that's the name of the album, and it symbolized something, and somebody try to knock my damn head off because it's disrespectful to them. Nah, no thank you. But yeah, these are $20. See, there's the sizing chart. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So they go by twos. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have a 3, you don't have a 5, you don't have a 7, you don't have a 9, you don't have 11, you don't have the odd numbers. So that's a little bit confusing. But if you click on it, it gives them in European sizing, as if, you know, they are regular, you know, US standard sizing. Because in European sizing, I'm a 44 to 44.5, depending on if it's UK sizing or what is it? The some kind of some Indian territory. I forget the name of it. But so I'm guessing what that means is if you get a 2 and you wear a 3, that you can fit the 2. And if you wear a 5, you can fit the 4. And if you wear a 7, you can fit the 6, so on and so forth. Now, what does that mean for the ladies? I don't know. Hopefully when they come in, I'll be able to give you a little bit more detail and a little bit more information, but you're just going to have to wait. And I think the wait time, it said, is like 3 to 5 weeks. So yeah, I'm not seeded a pair of these. So yeah, you're just going to have to wait 3 to 5 weeks for these. Fiction said, we know the quality and the shape will be fire. Hey, let's hope so. Spartan Kicks and Dino Stacks said, yo, fellas, man, salutes to Spartan Kicks, Dino Stacks, man. What's going on? He said that shipping fee had me like, nah, I love you. Yeah, now the shipping fee, I think the shipping was like $14 or something like that. $14. So once you add the price of the shoe and the tax with the $14 shipping fee, it was like $37. $37 and some change, unless you live somewhere else where like they trying to knock your head off for taxes and shipping fees and stuff like that. I don't own the other one neither. Sock joints, yeah. Spartan Kicks and Dynasty said, in Bully my daughter nickname, I was like, he listening to me. My dog Haru. So that's that. That's how apparently Kanye made $2 million in less than 24 hours. He made it. It is what it is. We can't do nothing about it. Now, like, they're still on the website. If you want to check it out, YeezySupply.com. Let me see how it actually types into the web browser. YZY-SPLY.com. And he's got all of his clothes and stuff like that, and his Bully album or Bully CD. And I mean, if you think about it too, though, the shipping might have been $14 and the slides might have been like $20. But if he gives you a free album with at least more than 3 songs on it, between 3 to 4 songs on it, I mean, it's pretty much a good deal. If the quality is anything like the actual socks, it's a good deal. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And it sounds crazy saying that, but it'll be a good deal. Trust me on that. Now let's get back to this Instagram stuff. And then, of course, yeah, there goes the image of even a closer image of it. And I mean, Is that a bungee? Oh no, okay. I was trying to figure out what that was. That's the. It looks like the sizing on there. It says 11. So I wonder if there are odd sizes, but if they are just sold out of the odd sizes. I don't know. That's interesting. Okay. If anybody went and got a pair and was able to get a pair in the odd sizes, y'all let me know in the chat or let me know in the comments once this live is over. Now, last but not least from Kanye, if you thought it was done, Kanye West teases new Yeezy sneaker. Now, I don't know how many of you all have seen this. I took a peek of it. I'll just show it before I say something about it. But yeah, here is a look at the supposed new Yeezy sneaker. There you go. Okay. It's got it's really giving me like Balenciaga, Rick Owens, bulky 2020 bulky dad shoe vibes. It's got an all black suede lace eyelet overlays, all black suede heel counter that leads to like the midsole, because the midsole is covered in suede as well. Midsole all the way to 3/4 of a quarter of the side panel. It's got like a double stack Nike SB toe box kind of vibe with suede around the toe box. It's got the nylon neoprene like one-piece tongue system, and basically it's like a slide-in shoe, and then the toe box and the side panel, or what's left of a possible side panel, it looks like a kind of like twill or twill, or kind of like like them jackets, like them old school jackets, or a flannel type of material, and it's in black. It looks gray, but I'm guessing it's supposed to be black. What y'all think about this? Because the outsole is just a basic, nothing special outsole, man. It reminds me of like some platform Vans or something like that on the outsole. Like some of them shoes that girls used to wear back in the day that were platform joints. So I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, this is giving me some straight like Guangdong bootleg fake type shit vibes. Straight up. For Ye's release outside of Adidas, this is straight up giving me fake. Now, is it terrible? Let me think about this one. And I can't believe I'm saying this, because if it was anybody other than Kanye, I would be like, man, this shit is ass. No, it's not terrible. This is definitely somewhat in the direction, or still within the vein of where shoes are headed. You know, where I talk about kids don't care about Jordans anymore. I talked about that in my Legend Blue video, when I said why I thought they sat, because kids only care about high fashion vibes. This is definitely in that vein. I mean, he's on the tail end of that vein, because oh gosh, but I mean, it's still there, like the ridiculous, basic, chunky look. I I'll say this: if this is anything more than $50, people are still gonna buy it. But and the only reason I say 50 is because of Kanye's name. But if this is anything more than $50, man, he out of his rabbit ass mind, yo. Ain't no way, but I wish I had that Duke Dennis joint to play. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is so yeah, this is supposed to be Kanye's first sneaker outside of Adidas that is supposed to be releasing. Spartan Kicks and Dino Sacks, I said, I got too much shit right now. Love, bro, would like to see on feet. Hope all has been well, G. Great to see you, fam. Yep, 2 mil. Hey, I definitely when they come in, I'll definitely do it on foot of them joints. Now I know it takes me forever to do stuff like that, and people like, well, it don't even matter who would do it before me, but when they get here, I'll definitely do it on foot and try to roll it out as quick as possible. Now, if it take me too long, or if I feel like it's taking me too long and nobody's gonna care about it anymore, then I probably won't do it, and I'll probably just do like a quick like YouTube short, or if TikTok is still around, I'll probably do a TikTok short. Cause hey, my TikTok is killing it right now, man. Shout out to everybody that like follows me on TikTok, man. My TikTok is killing it. And speaking of TikTok and any other social media account, man, y'all can follow me on TikTok at Homegrown Kicks, Instagram at Homegrown_Kicks, Blue Sky, Homegrown Kicks, what else? And all the other platforms. I'm on all of them, man. I'm on all of them, and they all the Homegrown Kicks except for Instagram with the underscore in there, because somebody already had that name, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't get my name. But yeah, I'll show them. I'll scoot around the house. I might even walk outside in them. Even though I'm a little OCD about that, man. I don't know. But yeah, this is how do I feel about this shoe though? How do I feel about this shoe? I mean, I basically said how, what it looks like to me, but I probably would buy this shoe as long as it's within a reasonable point. I probably would buy the shoe. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, hot. Hot. Got my food. Yeah, if the new album come with it, might have copped under $40 is a win. Facts. That's what I'm saying. If the slippers come with that album, because if I would show y'all my purchase order if it didn't have my address on it, and y'all might come and try to snatch up all of my sneaker collection and all of my like my action figure collection and all of that other kind of stuff that I know y'all got interest in, but are too afraid to say that y'all are interested in, because I screenshotted my order. And if it wasn't for that, I would show y'all my screenshotted order. Let me see. And it did mention the album, it did say I bought like a Bully album, and when it popped up that it said that I bought the Bully album, I was like, hold on, let me. Maybe that's why my order price is $37. Hold on, I just wanted the $20 option, but I think it just comes with it for ordering the joint. It said retro facts about the rep comment. Hey, yeah. Oh yeah, well, Rich said if he sells them for 20, there's no reason to make fakes of these. But we all know they're gonna make fakes of these. Kanye could sell these for $5, and they're gonna make fakes of them, and people are gonna justify buying the fake pair instead of paying the price for the real pair. And you know, I don't even want to get into that, man. We, you know, I stay off of that hill, but yeah, basically, yeah. Now, like I said, if these are under $50, I might try and get a pair. I don't know, because these are really reminding me of Herman Monster as well, and I like the just looking at them initially. I don't mind them. Looking at them even longer, they start to bother me. So I'm just gonna click off of it and click on the next thing. It said Paul Pierce found his signed high school All-American shoes. Oh wow. Oh, they were champions. When was Paul Pierce in high school? Found my McDonald's high school All-American shoes. Greatest McDonald's class ever, class of 95. Jesus Christ. 1995. And them champions fell apart. Well, I mean, but of course they would. Of course they would. That's what, like a 30-year-old, well, no, a 20. Yeah, 30-year-old shoe. Yeah, my math was right. I'm tripping. But I almost felt like a dummy real quick. But yeah. Who is that? Vince Carter? Who else? I don't know who that's supposed to be, but I mean, wow, that's Paul Pierce with the Jerry curl. With the patch of grass all on the top, Jerry curled out. Man, okay, I guess. Who was in this class? I still can't read them names. And I ain't gonna act like I know basketball like that. But if y'all recognize these people by their face, man, y'all let me know, because I have no idea. And Vince Carter was the only one with a legible handwriting. And I mean, I ain't hating, and because I can't talk, my handwriting is trash too, man. I write like somebody broke my hand and my fingers never healed, but you know, it is what it is. It seems like a couple of signatures faded because they were written on the midsole. But that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. A little piece of his history, and he found it and was able to, you know, have a bit of nostalgia, man. That's always a good feeling. That's always a good feeling. Let's see what else we got. I think it was like some Kobe's that dropped. I think the Kobe's did drop. I talked about them, what, New Year's Eve? And I said that they were fire and all of that good stuff. But when it came down to the actual release time, I mean, I didn't go after them. I was like, that's something that the fans really deserve. And it seems that a lot of the fans were able to get pairs and things like that. So, you know, it is what it is. There, right there. The Nike Kobe eggplant. Hey, yo. But, yeah, pretty dope. $200. They dropped January 9th. It was a really nice layout. They really put some thought into it. And then the Year of the Mamba is supposed to drop on the 18th, which is 4 days from now. What's today? The 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. But I don't see it. I mean, but it's not loaded up on the Nike Sneakers app yet. So I wonder if the date changed. And we'll look at the Nike Sneakers app a little bit later. But retail price is $200. Sneaker predicted the resale price to be between $250 and $300. And they gave it a 10 out of 10 rating. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think of this red colorway. Is the red colorway better, or is the eggplant colorway better? Y'all let me know. I like both of them, but I like the eggplant colorway just a little bit better. Now, These are supposed to be dropping this Friday, but I don't see them on the Nike sneakers app. And I mean, it might be an obvious reason as to why they aren't on the Nike sneakers app, because when it comes to Travis Scott's, the Nike sneaker app usually waits until 24 to 48 hours before the actual release. So we should see them either Wednesday or Thursday, given that they're supposed to drop on Saturday. But these were known as, in the beginning, the Travis Scott Sharkadons, and they were a bunch of pairs were dropped at Complex Con that whole weekend, where they dropped those, and Travis Scott brought in the big truck, kind of like what Nigel Sylvester did. And then they did the Concrete Boys Air Force Ones that were done by Lil Yachty and all of that. And a lot of people had a lot to say about these shoes. Now, a lot of people were, I would say it was kind of split down the middle. A lot of people said they did not like it. A lot of people said they liked it. You had some people saying that they were trash, and then you had some people saying, y'all keep asking for different, and when they give you different, y'all cut up and act a fool. Now, on the side, right here in the midsole, is an image of like a shark face and some shark teeth. That's probably why they will call it the Sharkadons. But these officially are known as the Travis Scott Field Jacks. $170 is the retail price. They talk about the resale market is between $350 to $450, but don't let that push you into buying them. If you don't really want them, do not get them. I actually like them. No hype what you said, brother. These Black Cat 3s won't go below retail, and I'm saying 3 to 4 months, maybe a little longer, and they're going to be 300 plus. That might be true. Excuse me, I had to take a bite of food. That might be true about the Black Cat 3s, but they can do whatever they're going to do. And whoever wants to step through the line and get a pair of Black Cat 3s, they don't have to worry about me, HG, because I'm not a fan of the Black Cat 3s. There are way too many things about that shoe that just do not appeal to me and that just turn me off of them. So, I mean, if you got them before the price hike, congratulations to everybody that got them. If you got them to double up to be able to use them as trade bait, and they go up and you're able to use them as trade bait, it was meant to happen. No hate on my end, no shade on my end. Spartan Kids and Dino Stack said, I agree that no. Only thing I'll say is just be leery of the quote unquote restock, because that's going to happen a lot this year. It's going to be a lot of restocks to compensate for the underestimated demand for certain pairs of releases this year. Because what Nike is going to do, and mark my words, I was on a roll last year. I'm going to get on a roll this year. Mark my words, what Nike is going to do is they're going to drop some of these shoes. If these shoes do not do well, they're going to pull the shoes back, make it look like these shoes are sold out. And they're going to have a lot of these stores do the same thing, because Adidas used to do this. And I talked about this, not last year, but the year before. Adidas used to do this. They're going to have some of these stores pull these shoes off the shelf or keep certain sizes in the back. They're going to leave the grade school sizes out front on the shelves, but the adult sizes, they're going to put the adult sizes in the back to make it look like they're sold out. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to ask if they have any of the adult sizes. But they're going to fool you all into thinking that these shoes are sold out and did better than what they actually did. Now, on the grand scale of it, as a consumer, that's a good thing. The shoes not selling out is what you want, because you want to have a valuable opportunity to get them. But also as a consumer, you don't want to be fooled or misled or taken advantage of. So that's why I'm giving you this information, so you'll know ahead of time. So you'll know beforehand the tricks that Nike is going to try to pull on y'all. So yeah, be on the lookout for that though. But so like you say, I got coworkers that don't even deal with sneakers, that they even was talking about the black cats and did today. Oh, dude's wife sent him a picture of a black cat saying that she wanted them. Yeah. And with that happening, with that being a thing, what also might happen is, as a consumer, as a newbie or whatever, it might actually bring new people into the culture of collecting shoes that wasn't even into it in the beginning. And it's my job and yours and everybody else in this community to give them the heads up on the real, to give them a heads up on the fakes. Don't let them be, taken advantage of. And let's make this shit good. Let's make this community good. And that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to discourage anybody from getting anything they want. I'm here to encourage, give options, give equal opportunities, and just make this shit fun. So for his sake, if he don't want to sleep on the couch, I hope he went and bought her them doggone shoes. That's exactly what Nike's gonna do. Yep. But these Sharkadons, I like them. Will I go for them? Maybe, because the month of January is pretty dry. And I even before I got on live, because sometimes I pre-do stuff, sometimes I have stuff planned out and mapped out, and I've crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's, and I'm ready to go. Other times I'm just winging it, and this is one of them times. I mean, I'm winging it, but I don't know if you all could tell. I'm pretty sure you could tell, but I'm winging it tonight. And before I got on, I was looking for anything that was going on in the month of January, and January don't have nothing going on. It's February that's really going to kick it off, because we got the black toe Jordan 1s, and the black toes were supposed to drop this month. They were supposed to drop, I think it was January, between the 1st and the 17th, they were supposed to drop, but they got pushed back to the 14th. And I think they got pushed back to the 14th because, oh my gosh, and I need them. I need them, chat. I need them. So if y'all are putting in 5 and 6 raffles, put at least one in for your boy HG, because February 14th is the release of the Air Jordan 1 85 breads or band, whatever you want to call them. I have never owned a pair of bread Jordan 1s. Didn't own a pair of 85s. Didn't own a retro pair. Didn't own a pair after that. Didn't own a 2016 pair. I didn't start collecting until late 2016. I even missed the, what is that called? The shattered backboards. I started collecting maybe like 3 weeks after the shattered backboards dropped, which meant that the Royals had already dropped, the breads had already dropped, and the shattered backboards had already dropped, and I missed them all. So I need a pair of all of them. And there's a rumor that the Royals 85 are coming in the 85 hot cut this year as well. So look for those too. But The 14th is the breads, and I think the 15th is the black toes, or the 13th is the breads, and the 14th is the black toes. When February drops, man, y'all know I'm gonna be live giving y'all information about that. But yeah, those got pushed back. Black toes got pushed back, leaving January pretty dry. Field Jacks drop on the 17th, supposedly. If they do, I'm going for them. I like them. I looked at some of the other colorways on the Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks podcast on Retro Vision, and I like some of the other colorways. We can't keep asking Nike to do something different, Jordan. We can't keep asking Jordan Brand to do something different, and every time they do something different, because we're not used to it, we complain about it. Just try it. What do you have to lose? 170? You don't like it when you get it in hand? Send them back. So you're not losing anything. The only thing you're losing is the money being in your account temporarily. And if you don't have, well, I ain't gonna say that because times is finna get real weird in 2025. But if you're worried about the 170, then you should not be a sneaker collector, or you should not, be in this space like that. Now, there's nothing wrong with watching from afar and gaining information and learning things and all of that. But I mean, come on now. Come on. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. Smart Kick said he's going through me to get them, laughing my ass off. It just took me too much energy trying to get these folks hip to the shoe game sometimes. I need all the Sharks and Travis Scotts. Hey, man, I hear you on that, man. That's what's great. I started really when Mocha Ones dropped, but was all right after the Black Cement 4s. I missed the Infrared 2019 year, basically. Went to the mall. They had Blue Snake. The Blue Snake Cotton Bone Snake month, a month after. And see, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to be able to miss a shoe, go back in, and grab it a month after, especially if it's a month after for retail. So hopefully we'll see a lot more of that, and we'll hear a lot more of them kind of stories in 2025. And I say hopefully because, of course, they're talking about, it's not so it's a limited stock number on shoes coming this year, but that is an actual in-hand photo of the Jordan Jacks. That's what the box is going to look like. It's a blue box with Jack on it, nothing special, which I really think the boxes should be a little bit better than that, but it is what it is. I mean, at 170, it's not bad. It's not a bad price. There was something about this shoe. It might have been like extra laces or something like that was really intriguing to me, but it's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope. You got the shark design integrated. I think that's the word. Integrated into the midsole. You got the wave pattern here. And that's on the lateral side, on the medial side. I don't know. Lateral. If y'all don't know, sometimes I throw out these terms. And it's not to try to be a smart ass or to seem like I know everything or know what the hell I'm talking about, but it's because I've learned what some of these things are called. And the more you know, you start to use it. But the lateral side of a shoe being the outside, the medial side of a shoe being the inside, and that's the inside. It says shark behind the Deion Sanders primetime type foot strap, and then it's got my boy Will. My boy Will said the only thing he didn't like about it, or the only thing that would have made it better, is if it had if it had a reverse swoosh. Hey, Bossed Up Kicks, man. I go your reverse swoosh, family. We laughed about it on Monday night, but there it goes right there. But these shoes are fire. These shoes are fire. They got the face on the back. The basic Cactus Jack shoe. Oh, and it's got Zoom in it. So it's got Zoom air in it. So it's gonna be pretty comfortable. Now, and especially with the stick midsole, I expect some fairly decent comfort. Now, do I expect like some kind of crazy comfort like you would find out of a Skechers Air Ride or something like that? Hell no. It's a Nike, but I do expect some comfort because it's got the air on the back too. Come on, yeah, come on, y'all. What is there to y'all tell me what y'all don't like about this, and then we can have that. We can talk about that in the chat. Y'all tell me what y'all don't like. Now, where is it? Where is it? I don't think it's on here, but we'll talk about it a little bit later. But while it's up here, the Air Jordan 5 Metallic is set to shock drop. Now, the release is February 8th, but we all know they do a shock drop 2 weeks before the actual release date if they're going to do a shock drop. Now, Boss Dub Kicks again, man. He's always got like the inside information. He's always on point. Boss Dub Kicks alluded to the fact that it's going to either be the Metallic 5s or the Black Toes. I'd rather see the Black Toes shock drop. That way I could probably catch it, get ahead of the ball, and get my pair in so that I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to stress. But with us seeing the Black Toes in outlets last year, and this being a GR, this is going to be in a full family size run, and them just trying to get rid of their pairs. I can definitely see why they would shock drop these Metallic 5s. How many of you all are going after the Metallic 5s? I still have my 2016 pair, but I understand why they did the little white edging, because the little white edging is reminiscent of the OG Metallic 5s, where you could see the rough cuts from the cuts of material. You could see the white from the rough cuts. And I've heard that where we saw in the videos that all of these little rough white lines were metallic lines. And I think Boss Dub Kicks had a pair. I'm not sure. He said he has a pair. But from what I heard, where I thought that these were all going to be 3M, where the little white lines are, that these were going to be 3M. And I said I didn't like that because it was too literal of the point of a Metallic 5. Those are supposedly no longer 3M. And the only 3M is on the back where it says Nike Air. Now that I don't mind. If it's going to be like that, then I definitely will try to get a pair of these, even though I do have the 2016 pair, and my 2016 pair are still DS. These are dope. February 8th is the release day for these. 210 is the retail price, and they're predicting resale to be between 150 and 200. Well, if they're gonna be if the resale price gonna be 150 to 200, then why what incentive do I have to pay $210 for these joints? But that's what they look like. They're gonna come with that tag. And yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Let's see. Spartan Kick said, my bad at work on the floor trying to be active, fan love, bro. Hey, man, it's all good, man. Look, we listen and we don't judge. I understand there's some typos. Hell, I make typos even when I am paying attention. So we listen and we don't judge. We just try to work through it, and we have each other's back. Cathone, hey, man, salutes to you, Cathone, man. He said, I might double up. It has to be retail, of course. Of course. And it's really kind of ridiculous to double up on resale unless it's just that crazy of a shoe. But if anything that 2024 taught me, that like doubling up is not necessary. Especially if you're a sneaker collector and you have more than, I would say, I'm going to be generous. If you have more than 100 pairs of shoes, and a lot of people would say, drop that number down a lot more. But I would say if you have at least 100 pairs of shoes, there's no need for you to double up on anything. Unless it's like your favorite shoe and you have to have it, and you know you're going to wear one pair, and you know you're going to beat that one pair up, and then you want to have that second pair to keep fresh. So when the first pair is killed, you can wear, or excuse me, when that first pair is done, you can go and wear that second pair. Like for them shattered backboards, 2 pair. Them Bread Jordan 185 highs, 2 pair. Them black toes, 2 pair. That's double up, shorty. Now these metallic 5s, I just need 1 pair. The Sharkadons, I need 1 pair. Because those releases really aren't that serious. But yeah, I mean, y'all kind of get the point. Y'all kind of get the point from there. Let's see. I Show Speed did a risky backflip while wearing Yeezys. Okay, that's not gonna run Yeezys. The one for Yeezys up. Let's see. The Gammas are supposed to return, but we're not gonna get that far down the line. We'll come back to the month of February. We'll come back to drops by Leo when it comes to the month of February. I Streetwear stock market. Let's see what the streetwear stock market got for it, because it's one of these spots where it was some shoes that I wanted to. Oh, they said the raffles are starting for the Sharkadons. What was this, 1 day ago? Okay, so the raffles are up. Sharkadon raffles are up for anybody that's interested in the Sharkadons or the Jacks. But the raffles are up. I'm pretty sure if you type in Travis Scott Jacks raffle releases, it'll go ahead and it'll show you. And if I can find it, I'll go ahead and take the raffle list and post it. What is this? Travis Scott and Drake. Which collabs are you looking forward to? Confirmed Nike collaborations coming this year. In the first 3 months of 2025, Nike is set to collaborate with Ama Manier, Bode, CDG, Cortez, Cactus Plant Flea Market, DSM, Nigel Sylvester, Nigo, Nocta, aka Drake, and ain't nobody really checking for no Noctas. I wish he would just do something else. Noctas ain't bad, but I just wish he would do something else, man. Ricardo, Tishi, Sakai. Ooh, Sakai. We haven't gotten a good Sakai in a while. Size, Supreme, Travis Scott, Undefeated, Vanita Carter, and Yuto Horigami. Now, undefeated, do they mean the undefeated 4s, or is it some other kind of undefeated? But that's a list of collabs in the first 3 months, man. That's gonna be a heavy 3 months. A Target sweater reselling. Now, I used to work for Target. Hold on, let me see. A Target sweater is reselling because of TikTok. What you mean because of TikTok? It ain't that serious, my boy. Okay, I guess. Whatever. You sure it ain't that fire. It ain't that serious. These right here. They said Puma released a Travis Scott inspired colorway. I saw this and I almost believed the media conversation, but a lot of people was like, man, they didn't copy Travis. This was always a thing before Travis. My boy Nitro, shout out to Nitro. He chimed in the comment section. He was letting people know, man, like this has been a thing. Now I do like this shoe. I like the upper, but the midsole is ass. The midsole is cooked. That's man, hell, twin, that ain't it. But I do like that upper. And it also reminds me of like a Mac Attack. It's got a Mac Attack shape with Travis Scott colorway. And that's just too easy. That's too easy to make money off of. It's too easy to make fun of. But yeah. Let's see. Sneaker Freaker Mag. Oh boy. I did not look at that. Nah, we're going. Nah, Sneaker Freaker ain't got nothing. We already looked at Nice Kicks. Did we look at Complex? Because it was some shoe that went along with what I was talking about earlier. Don't know, don't see it, but I mean, I guess I'll show Speed doing a backflip in the Yeezys. Now, Speed is a weird, like, YouTube live streamer that's famous and like chases that soccer player. And hold on.
Let's go! Let's go! Okay, this I have to do a backflip off the hand of God. If I fall, it's over with.
So Speed was in Guatemala, standing on the hand of God, and did a backflip.
Let's go!
No, sir. You got that on your own. I'm good. I don't even want to. Hey, just watching him do that a couple of times gave me anxiety. So I'm finna just lead it up to him. And be on my merry way. Let me see. Sneaker. Let's see what sneaker. Okay, we just looked at sneaker. I'll pull up. Yeah, we just got done looking at Nice Kicks. Let's see what Soul Retriever was talking about. And then we'll go back to that last one, and then we'll look at some drops, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. So Soul Retriever, I ain't talking about nothing but the same thing. So let's go back to drops by Leo, and let's talk about. Oh, yeah, Package Thief got roasted. I don't care. He got caught. Oh, at his birthday party. Oh, okay, yeah. People are saying that February might just be one of the best months. So let's look at what's going on in February. Okay, so February 8th, you got the Jordan 5 Black Metallic Reimagined. A lot of people already want those. A lot of people already said they're going to go for these. We already know the feeling about it. Next, we got February 13th, the Kobe 6 All-Star. They're just an all-white Kobe 6. Nothing special to me. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about them. Apparently, they might glow in the dark. Some aspects of the shoe might glow in the dark. But I can definitely pass on these. If y'all need an extra raffle entry, y'all let your boy HG know. Hit me up in the DMs. Don't wait too late now, because I'll forget. But let me know, and I'll put in an extra raffle entry. First come, first serve. Jordan 185 bread. February 14th. I need these. They the one I want. Double up. They what I need. So help your boy out. February 15th is the Black Toes. We talked about that as well. I need those. Hey, don't play with your boy. So, I mean, that's just the first half of February. That's what the first 2 weeks in February. First 2 weeks of February is lit. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is, man. Kathom said, how do you think those bread 85s would be? Man, let me tell you. Kathom, you ain't even got to ask me. Them 85s is going to fly. Now, hopefully, they don't do the 85s like they've done the 85s of previous years where they are so stupid limited that they only have them at tier 0 stores, and then the tier 0 stores backdoor them. And then the pairs they have on the sneakers app, they only have about 1,000 pairs on sneakers app. Let's hope and pray they don't do this shit like they've done the 85s beforehand. But I'm telling you, if you do not do your work, regardless of how the economy might end up, regardless of how people have changed their minds in 2024, regardless of how much people feel like Jordan has fallen off, if you do not do your work, you will not get these. Now, even if you do your work, you still might not get these because they are breads. There are some things throughout history that stand the test of time, no matter what. And the bread Jordan 1s are one of those. Regardless of how people feel about Jordan 1s, these breads are always going to fly. I don't care if they drop the breads this year, if they drop the breads the year later, if they drop some goddamn mess breads the month after, them breads don't sell. Look at the patent leather breads. A lot of people hated those, but the patent leather breads sold. I think the only breads that didn't do well but still sold were the satin breads. I got 2 pair of them. I got 2 pair of satin breads. I don't know why. I think I put in like raffle entries and forgot or something like that. But I got 2 pair. They clean to me. When I pay resale for them, hell, not like crazy resale, hell no. But they clean. But these gonna do. These gonna do what it do. Ohio 1986, man. Salutes, man. Glad to have you, man. He said, "What's good, everyone? I hope everybody's having a good evening, tapping in from work, man. Salutes to you, man. I hope you're having a great day at work, bro." He said, "I want the 85s the most out of all the shoes dropping this year. I hit on the Black Cat 3s twice and passed on both. That's okay. That's okay. I didn't even try to hit on them, and I passed on them. And I can go to the store right now and get them in my size. I don't have to get the size available for trade, babe. But that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. And just like you, these 85 highs are my most wanted shoe out of all the shoes dropping this year. And then the shoe next to it would have to be probably why I had a hard time saying that, the shattered backboards. But yeah, everything else is a want, but it's like a really crazy want where I knock somebody grandma over the head like I would for these bread 85s. Nah. But these bread 85s is a must, fam. I'm telling y'all. These joints right here, now they look weird. In this photo, they look weird. Like the leather looks cheap. It looks overly glossed. It look like they putting on. The 85s almost look like, I don't even know. I can't even come up with an analogy for that right now. But they almost look like they're trying to fool somebody into thinking that these are like great quality. But I don't care if they're great quality, if they need it quality. As long as they're not ass quality. I want these breads. So, yeah. Ohio 1986 said, I spent way too much last year on shoes, so I'm being super picky this year. Ohio Hi, yo, brother. You behind the curve. You were supposed to be super picky last year. Last year was the year to be super picky, save your money, and like and say those words, not 2025. 2025 is gonna be crazy. So I hit that point that you are right now. I hit that point in 2023 where I looked at a lot of my collection and I was like, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing and why am I doing it? And I said, you know what? 2024, I'm going to be very selective. And I was. I'm proud of myself because in 2024, I think I only bought maybe like 10 pairs of shoes. 10 pair, check. 10 pair. And that's saying a lot because I used to come out of every year with almost over 150 pairs of shoes. So when I say my collection is crazy big, I'm not lying to you. Like, I'm not lying. Can you imagine buying almost 150 pairs of shoes at retail and resale price for 16? Well, no, I won't count 16. Let's see. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20 for 7 years. Buying almost 150 pairs of shoes for 7 years. That's more than 700 pairs. That's why I said, when I say I have over 700 pairs of shoes in my collection, it's not a far stretch. Now, it might be a far stretch to understand how I have them stored in my closet. I got a big ass closet now. I think about it, but it's not a far stretch to say I got over 700 pairs of shoes. Now, in that time, I've gotten rid of a couple of pairs. I haven't gotten rid of that many pairs, but I have gotten rid of some. Bro, I busted a tire on that curb. Yo, man. Bro, I promise you, if you try to be picky this year, you might end up with some seasonal regrets, man. That's all I'm gonna say. But hey, if you gonna live your life no regrets, I'm gonna stand by you, bro. I'm gonna stand by you. And we're gonna get through this Nike year together, man. We're gonna get through this Nike year as a family. So, like I said, I had to look and I had to really search for what's dropping in January. And I found a few things. So let's go over a few things that are dropping in January before we get the hell up out of here. And I'll let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, the rest of y'all week, and then we'll be back next week. But Nike release dates, and I hate that they do it like they do it separately and all of that. But today is the 14th. So on the Nike side of things, dropping January 16th, you got the Nike Air Force One Low All-Star. It's an all-black Air Force One, has a suede toe cap with a shadow camo print in the toe cap, or some kind of leopard print, or I don't know, animal print. It's got a star-shaped metal piece on the laces, a dubray, a little trinket, whatever you call it. It's got a white Nike swoosh, or no, a silver Nike swoosh, because it's for the All-Star weekend. And then it's got a silver heel counter. So that's the look of it. Ooh, that's silver as hell. And then apparently the pattern, that's a ghost pattern, is 3M. And there's the little star for All-Star. It's a little pitted, but that's neither here nor there. Y'all tell me what y'all think of these, because I'm not a huge fan of Air Force Ones anymore. I used to be a huge fan. I used to buy like 3 pairs at a time. The all white lows, the all white, not highs, but all white lows, all white mids. I used to be an Air Force One G face head. But I wore myself out of Air Force Ones because now to me they just look like platform shoes. And I know you can probably say that about some Jordans that look like platform shoes, but I don't have none that I know. But yeah, I mean it's a decent shoe, man. It's an Air Force One. Like the mindset of somebody that wears an Air Force One is different than the mindset of somebody that wears a Jordan. You have to have a different mindset. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Up next, and nobody cares about the dunks right now, but January 16th, you got a dunk low. Also, you got the KD 17 All-Star. That's pretty cool. Let's look at that one. For my boy Average, I can't disrespect like this side of basketball. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's pretty clean. Y'all let me know what y'all think. What's that? Money? Money all over the upper, man. I ain't mad at it. Let's see. Getting back. We already talked about the Jacks, the Air Max Plus OG Hyper Blues. They're bringing it back. Now, it seems like at one point in time, these Air Max TNs, it seems like at one point in time, these only released so often. Now, this seems like the second year in a row in which those have released. I have a pair, and I don't know what they are. Let's see. I don't know where my TNs are, but I do have a pair of these TNs from when they released back in, I want to say 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. I do have my pair, and they're still DS. Don't ask me why. It's okay. I'll explain to you. It's because I have a whole bunch of pairs of shoes, and I don't get to wear them that often. And I remember the one time I did have TNs for the first time when they first came out, and I wore them, and I scuffed the toe because the toe is so easy to scuff. And when you scuff that toe, depending on the colorway, it looks terrible. So I've been afraid to wear my TNs, but I better wear them because after a while, this type of midsole that they put on the TNs, they don't last. They don't last long. They don't hold up well at all. They will crumble on you if you're not careful. So I need to wear those. And again, my how to store video is coming soon. I'm going to try to record that sometime this week because I've been thinking about it the entire time. I've been thinking about it like the last couple of weeks. I'm going to try to record it this week. I've got to get my mind together, and I'm going to have it set for you all at least before the end of February so that you all will have a good idea of what to do and what not to do. The do's and don'ts of storing your shoes and what you need to look out for, and some good cheap preventative measures other than having to buy this expensive stuff that's on the market nowadays that's being advertised to y'all. So be on the lookout for that as well. But yeah, dropping, let me see, what's that date? January 20th is the Air Max TNs in that beautiful hyper blue colorway. We got this Nike Dunk Low with the roses on it. I'm guessing it's for Valentine's Day. This will be one of the first times in a long time that Nike will be early for the holidays. It's pretty nice. You know, it's for the ladies. January 20th. Be on the lookout. These right here, Riot Skate Shop Nike SBs are set to drop January 21st toward the end of the month. They're okay. I'm not very familiar with Riot Skate Shop, but they're okay. They're not bad. These look like, to me, a pair of SB Dunks that aren't very great initially, but give it time and it'll be one of those classic SB Dunks that a lot of people wish that they had went for. It's got the 3M swoosh, some pretty nice colorways. It's got the Riot logo on the side with the dog, the you know, candle stamp seal print on the tongue. And I mean, it's clean. It's nice colors. Olive green, burgundy, red, can't go wrong. And it's got that translucent burgundy outsole. It's got the cork insole for comfort. I bet it's gonna be a dope collab. So yeah, dropping the 21st, retail price $135. There you go. The Nike SB Dunk Low Riots. January 22nd, the Nike book Forrest Gump. And I didn't know that was the official name for it, but they damn sure look like the Gumps. They cool. They cool. Then you have the Golf Sunset orange colorway. Oh, this is the golf shoe version of the Air Max Plus TN. Then you got the Nike Pegasus Waves. That's a dope shoe. Pegasus Waves, they're a dope shoe. You got the Monopoly Nike LeBron missing once again on the 23rd. You got the Nike Air Pegasus Wave in the neon and black colorway. And then here's one that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be looking forward to. I'm looking forward to this one as well. The Nike Air Diamond Turf ATLs, not the San Francisco 49ers, the ATLs, dropping January 24th at a retail price of $150. I know this is going to be on a lot of y'all's list right here. And they're coming back in the true to OG form. I got to get me a pair. Am I going to pay like a crazy resale price for these? No, I'm not. But if I can get it for retail, best believe they're going to be in a collection. That's clean. That's clean, y'all. And if y'all look at these colorways, if y'all look at this colorway and call this the San Francisco 49er colorway one more again, I'm a person that can slap somebody. I don't know who I'm going to slap, but I'm going to have to slap somebody. So if you care about anybody in the world, stop calling these the San Francisco 49er colorway because it's clearly the Atlanta Falcons colorway. He's got the Atlanta Falcons uniform on, wearing these for the first time. Stop calling them the 49ers colorway, please. And let's see. That pretty much ends it for the month of February. And let's see. Anthony Turner said, seems like Nike is bringing things back too quick. I can see how you feel that way. But let's think about this. So, and the reason why it feels like Nike is bringing back some of these things too quick is the hype. The hype that these shoes had at a certain point in time, and the limitedness or the difficulty to get to them is what created the desire or the yearn for them. Especially shoes that people thought that they would never be able to get their hands on, that they thought they were going to only release one time, like the fours, the undefeated fours that are supposed to be dropping this year. We kind of got set in our minds that, you know, we weren't going to get them, and that's what it was, and that we got complacent in the fact that we were never going to have them. And now the fact that we're going to have these things, it does at times seem like Nike is dropping things too quickly. The undefeated fours, I don't know when it was the undefeated fours drop, but the Jordan brand does things in a cycle of between 5 to 7 years. So the breads dropped in 2016. That was almost 10 years ago. So, I mean, it's about time for the breads to drop. The only reason why it might seem like the breads might be dropping too soon is because we had the patent leather breads. We had the satin breads. We had the knit breads. And a few, like, we had like 4 different bread colorways right off the top of my head in between that almost 10-year gap. The shattered backboards, that falls under the category of shoes where we thought that they would never drop those again, and it was just a one-off thing. But that was in 2016 as well. They're supposed to be dropping this year. That was almost 10 years ago. The TNs, now, yeah, like I said, it feels like the TNs, that blue colorway, just dropped last year, but I could be wrong. I could just be remembering things wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. Let me see. Air Max TN. Oh, Whoo! Oh my! Wait a minute now. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this. Y'all gotta see this. Screen share. Let me go ahead and show y'all. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. So the Air Max TN Plus, in whatever size that was, and I know y'all saw it said $756. Now let's go ahead and check when the last time this colorway dropped. Nah, that ain't right. So it said the last time this one was released was December 1st, 2013. Maybe this pair, but that ain't right. That ain't right, because I know for a fact. So the 2013 pair in a size 9 is going for $756. Ain't no way, boy. Where that Duke Dennis drop it? Ain't no way, boy. Let me see if I can get other release years. Okay, 2018. Will you stop going off? That's my phone that keep going off and vibrating. Now I'm telling it to stop going off, and then when it gets dry, then I'm looking for something to go down. So 2018 apparently was the last year that they dropped, and the size 10 is going for $380. Now what's the release, the retail price for these? Retail price is $185. I guess. Yeah, I guess. So gotta put some respect on them Falcons. Now, hey, absolutely. Gotta put some respect on prime time with the Falcons, man. That's what he became prime time. They're about to drop the Barclays again, and I know they dropped those a few times. Yeah, though. So they okay. So here's the thing about the Barclays. If they drop the Barclays, I won't be mad about that. And the only reason I won't be mad about the Barclays is they dropped the Barclays in 2020 or 2021 and 2022. It was either 2020 and 2021 or 2021 and 2022 is when they dropped the Barclays. But the only reason I won't be mad at them dropping those purple and black Barclays is because they botched the release so badly. They did so many like unorthodox releases throughout those years and didn't really say anything about it. And that allowed the resellers to scalp the hell out of the Barclays. Like a pair of Barclays right now, you can't get them for under $300. And I've said it 100 times before on this live and in my videos and when I've gone live before. I'm not paying $300 for no damn Barclays. I'll just look at them from afar. And the purple and black pair is the only pair that I actually want because that was the pair I had as a kid. So it would be more of a nostalgic grab for me than a hype grab. So I mean, if they're gonna drop those purple and black pairs, I would prefer them to drop them one more time this year and do the drop the right damn way. So, I mean, that's just me playing devil's advocate. That's just me playing, saying, boohoo, I didn't get a pair, and I would definitely like an opportunity at a pair. But and then like last but not least, man, I'll flip through these Jordan releases because it ain't really much. You had the Black Cat 3s that dropped on the 11th. On the 22nd, you got these Air Jordan 5 Earths dropping. It's a women's release. If you want to see a review on them, head over to Chris from Nightwing's Wear Testers channel and check him out. He did a review on them. They're not bad. They're not a must cop in my opinion. If you wear anything bigger than a 10.5, you won't be able to get them anyway. But I mean, they cool. They solid. They solid. It's got the PE exclusive 23 on the back, even though it's not a PE. And yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, that one, y'all can let me know in the chat if y'all are going after that one. Let me see. What else we got? Like I said, there's nothing really going on in January. On the 23rd, you got the Year of the Snake, Air Jordan 11 lows. And I think the 5s are supposed to be coming out as well. Because they keep showing up on the calendar and they keep popping up off the calendar. I don't know what they're going to do with those 5s, but, whatever happens, happens. They've also got the Year of the Snake Jordan 1 lows that are supposed to be dropping on the 29th. And I don't understand that. Why would you drop one Year of the Snake shoe on the 23rd and then drop the next one almost a week later? That doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. There goes the Air Jordan 5 Chinese New Year of the Snake 5s. But that's not what the images for those are different every time you look at them. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man, I guess. And then you got the Air Jordan 6 Dornbeckers. No, thank you. I mean, these are for the kids. If the kids want this colorway, they can have them, but you damn sure won't see me wearing this colorway. Some things are a little too much of a certain thing, and this is it. This is a lot too much for a grown man to be wearing. I hope this is just a woman's release. But if the box presentation is this, I mean, that's dope. That's dope as hell. The way the box flips out and the lid is the support, the bottom support for the shoes, and that they're strapped into the box. That's pretty damn dope. And you look like you got like 5 pairs of extra laces, like a velvet pink, a velvet purple, velvet white, velvet gold, and a velvet maroon colorway, a teal colorway. I'm sorry, I don't know where the hell I got maroon from, but that's pretty cool. The presentation is cool, and y'all know I love presentation. Give life on the toe box. Okay, that's dope. Maybe I'll look into the story behind look into the story of the kid behind the shoe, and tell it to y'all closer to release time, because that'll probably be like on next week's live or something like that. But again, Dornbecker 6. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to pass on that. And then that pretty much wraps it up for January for Jordan Brand. And that's going to wrap it up for Tuesday Night Soul Source. Do not forget that we are currently streaming to Spotify. So follow me on Spotify at Soul Source. It gives you something good to listen to in case you missed the early part of the conversation or the back half of the conversation. It gives you something good to listen to without bogging down your phone, trying to stream video, or burning out your battery. And also, if you get to a point where I talk about something and you want to see the description, if you're on Spotify, Spotify allows you to see the visuals. So you can go in and actually see the visuals and understand more about what it is I'm talking about or what we're discussing, and, just get a better understanding, because now Spotify does allow, the visual streaming of it. So follow me over on Spotify at Soul Source. I'll pull it up really quickly for y'all. I did it last time. I don't know why I don't have it on hand already, but let me go ahead. And it's SOLE space SOURCE. RCE, Soul Source. And let's scroll down. You'll see me. Man, okay. Man, I keep forgetting to show the screen. Let's stop the screen, show the screen. Share screen, hit that. Spotify. There we go. Boom. Let me bring it up on the big screen. I will be right here where it says under podcast, real sneaker content, JG, Soul Source. You just click on that, and I already have some streams listed right there. You can hit play. I've got a fairly decent catalog. You hit the play button, and I hope they don't clap me for showing my own content. But yo, man, I told you. There you go. There's my voice, all that good stuff. And if you're on the app, you can actually watch the video. So yeah, follow me over on Spotify, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, Blue Sky, Less Toxic Space, Homegrown Kicks for those, Facebook, Homegrown Kicks, all them other different social media accounts. You all can follow me over there. I appreciate you all for the love and support that you all have given me thus far. Again, this was another great Tuesday night Soul Source. I can't do this without you all. I can't do this without the family. Shout out to the panel members that weren't able to make it. Shout out to Kari. I know you're busy, brother. It's okay. I understand. Shout out to Average. Thank you for coming through and participating in the chat. Shout out to Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks. Ohio 1986. No Hype 85. Cathone. Shout out to Anthony Turner. Shout out to Spartan Kicks and Dino Stacks. Shout out to Fiction, man. Hey, we're going to get a live going, bro. We're going to get a live going. Shout out to Foam 509B. Shout out to my boy Yayo Sosa. And shout out to the rest of the family that wasn't able to participate tonight. Again, I love and appreciate y'all. Hey, before I go, I cannot leave y'all without saying nothing is impossible. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way, and dream hungry. Until next time, I will catch you all later. Peace. Hey, don't panic this year. This is a non-panicky year. And be on the lookout for more content. I had to say that.